Module 6, Lesson 1 deals with using substitution to solve one-step equations. I think you're going to find this lesson to be pretty simple. The students will use substitution to solve one-step equations. The suggested pacing, guys, is this is a 45-minute lesson, so hopefully we will be able to knock it out really quick. Riley's class is making care packages to send to the children's hospital in a neighboring city. They want to include a book for the children to read. Riley bought 23 copies of the same book in order to place one in each care package. The total cost of the books was $61.87. How can you find out how much book costs? Well, from there you could use the equation 23 times the number of books is equal to $61.83. I'm sorry, the cost of the books, where the variable b represents the cost of the book, and isolate the variable from there, and that will give you the answer. These are the kind of things that we're going to learn about as we dive into this lesson. An equation is defined as a mathematical sentence that shows two expressions are equal. That's a vocab term, so let's take and highlight it here. Along with that vocab term, we also have the fact that an equation contains equal signs, and the equal signs are the symbol that shows that things are actually equal. Definition: a mathematical sentence showing two expressions are equal. And for example of an equation, 3x plus 6, it shows that the expression 3x is equal to the expression 6. Now let's take a minute and look at the differences between an equation and an expression. An equation has two numbers or two values, two expressions separated by an equal sign. In an expression, there might or might not be equal signs, okay? And for here, you've got a combination of numbers or operations that might contain variables, so they don't even want an equal sign. Some textbooks will tell you that an equation can be an expression, but an expression is not necessarily going to be an equation. Here, they're treating them as two totally separate entities. When you solve an equation, you take and find the value for the solution, the value of the variable that makes that equation true. Vocab word. This value is going to be called the solution of the equation. Another vocab word. You may be giving a specified set of values to use to find the solution of an equation, and you can determine whether the value is going to be a solution by substituting those values in. So for this problem, they give us the equation x plus 3 5/10 is equal to 7 9/10. And they want to test 3 4/10, 4 2/10, and 4 4/10 to find out whether or not they are going to be valid answers for x. So when we substitute in 3.5 for x, you get 6.9. 6.9 is not equal to 7.9, and since that's not equal, 3.4 cannot be an answer. Let's try 4.2. If we put in 4.2 for x, we get 7.7. We're closer, but 7.7 is still not equal to the equal sign with a line through it, means not equal to 7.9. That means it must be 4.4. 4.4 adds to 3.5 to get a 7.9. 7.9 does equal to 7.9, so 4.4 is going to be the only valid solution out of the set of numbers that they gave us. The textbook also allows you to use the guess, check, and revise strategy, which is going to be a vocab term, to find the solution of equation. And we're going to use that strategy to solve 4.5x is equal to 135. And to do that, they're saying, well, guess some numbers. They guessed 25, they guessed 20, they guessed 30, and they plug them in to see what happens. So try replacing it with that, and when we replace it with 20, we got something that is not equal to. So then we said, all right, well, 20 had us really low, so let's guess another number, and they guessed 25, and 25 still had them pretty low. So they said, well, nope, we're still too low here, we need another number, so let's guess 30. So they plugged in 30, and when they they got something that was equal on both sides, 135 on both sides. I'm not a huge fan of guess, check, and revise. It is okay, but you're quickly leaving the age of guess, check, and revise and getting to the age of solve the equation using big kid math. And when I say quickly, I mean starting in tomorrow's lesson. And after all that talking, we finally get to actually do some work here. Is 3, 4, or 5 going to be the solution for p plus 9.7 is equal to 13.7? Well, when they took and plugged 3 into 9.7, it gave them 12.7. That was not equal to 13.7, so that's going to be no. Next number we're going to plug into is 4, and 4 plus 9.7, well, that's going to give me 13.7, and that does equal it, so that one's going to be a yes. And should we have been all hyperactive and decided to plug in a 5 after we already found the answer? Well, 5 plus 9.7, that's going to give us 14.7, which is going to be a not equal to, so that one is going to be a no. It really is that simple to do these problems, guys. Just plug in the values that they gave you, test the values, and when you find the one that's got the right answer, you know you're good. So the solution, of course, is going to be, what was it, 4? Type in your 4, check your answer, easy math. Now it's your turn. Do extra example 1, find out, is 34, 36, or 38 going to be the solution of x minus 10.7 equals 23.3. Pause the video and work it, please. So I have my problem set up, and now I'm going to take and write down the problems. Maybe only have to do it once, may have to do it 3 times. I'm going to do x minus 10.7 is equal to 23.3. I'm going to start off with my first number, which is 34 minus 10.7 is equal to 23.3. Come down here to do some scratch work. 34.0 minus 10.7. You're going to do some borrowing, and that means 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. And would you look at that? We got lucky on the first one. 23.3 is equal to 23.3. So we can circle that as an answer. And then we're going to come back over here and type in the 34 as the solution that actually worked. Hit check. And it really is that simple to do these. Nothing to them at all. In example 2, Nefea is building a door that is 36 inches wide using wooden planks that are each 4.5 inches wide. Use guess and check and revise to strategy to solve the equation 4 1/2 times p is equal to 36 to find out what p is, the number of planks that Nefea is going to need to make her door. So let's do it. The first time the textbook decided to check a number, they grabbed the number 6. And they multiplied 6 times 4 1/2. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1/2 is 3. So 24 plus 3 ended up giving us, ended up giving us 27. Accept and check. And that one checked. But 27, it didn't equal to 36. So they went on to the next number. From there they said, well, what if we tried 7? 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 1/2 is 3.5, so that's going to give us 28 plus 3.5. That will end up being 31 and 1/2. And we're going to accept that and check. And guess what? We got the right answer, but it's not the answer we're looking for. Now we're going to try another one. We're going to try 8. Well, 4 times 8, that's going to end up being 32. And 1/2 of 8 is going to be 4. 32 plus 4, and suddenly we have the answer we are going for, which is going to be 36. So when we get that, we can say 36 does equal 36. So she's going to need to purchase 8 planks in order to make the door that she wants to make. Now, if I was being mean today, I'd make you all work this one, but you know what? It works the same exact way. You're going to pick random numbers for y, plug it into 2.25 until you find out what your answer is going to, what number is going to get you $31.50. I'm going to guess that it's going to be somewhere around 28. Let's see if I'm right here. 28. Just check. Nope, I was wrong. But that's okay, because it's not my problem to work, and I'm not going to make y'all work it either. So from here, guys, go ahead and get started on your homework assignment. Make sure you're giving me good, high-quality supporting work like you were shown in your video, so that you can get good, high-quality credit for it when you turn it in. Thank you.